evening, guys. This is Henry Gamble with SimplerOptions.com, and in today's video I wanted to take a look at Whirlpool. This is kind of one of those stocks that basically it's setting up, and there's a lot of characteristics of this particular chart that I think make it an attractive buy. Obviously there was some weird stuff that went on with the indexes today and the markets in general. You can't argue that there's not a lot of extended charts out there, so when you start considering a buy setup, making sure you're not buying something that's already extended can help you, one, make the extension for your target, and two, make sure you're not buying something that is too high of a price. So when you start to try and determine those things, I like using the 10 and 34 moving averages on the weekly chart. They give you a good zone to watch for those pullbacks. And then when you're trying to consider whether or not it's actually extended, going back to just the clean price action, and then looking at extensions in relation to previous swing highs into swing lows. There's two things you like to see here, one of which is that in any given swing it clears the 618 retracement on the way back up if you're trying to vouch for it as a buy. Once it clears the 618, it vouches for a test of the 1272, and that looks good off of that broader swing. There's another major swing inside of this that I would at least consider, and you want to take the higher of the two values inside this so you can stretch the price axis to kind of help you determine which one of these is the higher price. You can also hover over them and the information will populate in the header. So 156.71 versus 156.66, so that previous bar is the higher of the two there. You take that from its swing high down into the most recent swing low made after that, and these will give you two targets to look at. So in relation to its previous swings, WHR is not extended. It would give you a target. This is also a very interesting part of fib analysis. Anytime you have a 1618 that overlaps a 1272, and those two targets are very close to each other, it makes it a little bit more attractive. That's all the way up into 170, so I might take some time for that. But the whole catalyst behind the idea is coming back in and looking at the daily. So once you know your weekly isn't extended, then you come down into the daily. In this case, we've got the 50, the 100, and the 200, your broad-based moving averages that are all stacked on top of each other, so that suggests a bullish setup. You're also holding the fire line that has support right here around 150. A couple other things that I like about this chart is the last time you had a daily squeeze that fired here, not only did the underlying have a nice solid move, but you also saw some good volume on that. Then you progress a little further, have a daily squeeze, there's the move you saw through that, and here's the exact same signal that's setting up. So based out of all those things, WHR looks good from a technical perspective. If you wanted to take it for its most immediate target, then you would just take the exact same idea. Take this minor swing high to swing low off the daily chart, and that would be your first most aggressive target there at 157.08. And then if you wanted to try and hold on to it for those broader targets you find off the weekly chart, that's not a bad way to set up the daily squeeze. So I hope that helps. A couple other things I wanted to make you guys aware of. We do have a seminar that is coming up in Vegas, so if you kind of like what we're looking into and like to spend some more time with us checking out this, Vegas will be a good opportunity. This is going to be Sunday through Tuesday, October 12th through the 14th. There's a lot of different stuff we're going to be covering here. It's going to be a huge, it starts on Sunday, so it's not really the weekend, but it's going to be a huge couple of days of trading. I think you'll find a lot of benefit from it. There's a lot to be said for those live events and meeting people in person, so if you think you might be interested in it, the link will redirect you after this video, and you can check it out there. So you guys have a good night. We'll see you at the next free video.